don't need anything. If you happen to have something like that that you can use, go ahead and grab them. Otherwise, just stand up. Feet are parallel, toes pointing forward, knees and hips pointing straight ahead. And we're just gonna breathe. Inhale, reach those arms all the way up out your belly. Come all the way down to the ground. Let your head hang. Just shake your head no. And then nod your head yes. Relax your neck. Take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, you're gonna drive down through your feet, scoop your belly, and rebuild your spine. Come all the way back up. And then press those arms all the way down by your side. Do that again. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, hollow out your abs. So pull that belly button up and in. Round your spine all the way down. Take a big inhale at the bottom. And then as you exhale, you're just gonna press into your feet, restack your spine, come all the way back up. And then press those arms down. Let your shoulders glide down out of your ears. One more time. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, scoop, round it forward all the way down. Big inhale. And then as you exhale, go ahead and press into your feet. Roll yourself all the way back up, bone by bone, and press your arms by your sides. We're gonna do it a little bit different today, you guys. I know we usually start with standing work, but we're gonna start with a little bit of planking. So you're gonna breathe in, reach those arms right back up to the ceiling. Exhale, round your spine, come all the way down into your forward fold. And then today we're gonna walk it right out into your first plank. So walk your hands out. I'm gonna walk my feet back so that I am not out of frame. And then press the ground away. Feel like you're standing, really proud on those hands. Your collarbones are wide. Your neck is long. Your gaze is down and slightly ahead of you. And then squeeze your booty. Draw that belly button up and in. Take a big inhale. And then as you exhale, hike your hips up. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Inhale at the bottom in your forward fold, and then exhale, restack your spine, come right back up. Right where you started. Do that again. Inhale here. Exhale, scoop your belly, round your spine, let your head go heavy, and then walk it out into your plank. All the way out, lengthen through that tailbone and through the crown of your head, so you're really reaching your body in opposite directions. Push the ground away. Let your shoulders glide out of your ears. Pull that belly button in a little bit deeper. And then inhale, exhale, pike your hips up. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Hang heavy for a moment. Big breath in. Exhale, roll yourself back up. Scoop that belly. Just warming everything up here. We're gonna do it one more time. Inhale. Exhale, round it forward. Come all the way down. And then walk out into your plank. This time we're gonna hold it for a little bit longer, so stay here. Let's go heels together, toes apart, so you can feel that squeeze of your booty a little bit more. You can feel how much your legs are working to help you get nice and strong here. Draw that navel in and up. Push the ground away. Stand on those hands nice and proud. Okay, so from here we're gonna do those little froggy push-ups. So as you bend your knees, they're gonna open wide. You're gonna let your hips and your shoulders shift back towards your heels. And then as you straighten your legs, you're gonna shift your shoulders forward, right back over those wrists. Inhale, bend. And then exhale, press right back through. So let those shoulders and hips reach back as you bend your knees wide. And then let everything come back into that plank. As those legs extend, you zip those inner thighs. Squeeze that booty. Inhale, bend. And exhale, press. So again, think about warming up every single muscle in your body here. Keep everything really strong. Arms are working, legs are working. And then of course you're holding yourself up from your center. We're gonna go 3 more times. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press. Lengthen that neck. For 2. Okay, last one here. Find your plank and just hold it. Lengthen a little bit more. Take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, go ahead, drop down to your knees. Real quick, let your hips reach back. Take a little child's pose. Release that lower back. Release those shoulders. Release that neck. Okay, you're just going to sit down now, feet in front of you. We're going right into some ab work today. Remember, it's Teaser Tuesday, so we're gonna do some teasers. But we're gonna start with those knees bent, the feet on the floor, inner thighs squeezed together, arms reaching out in front of you. Relax your shoulders. I like palms facing each other, thumbs towards the ceiling. Let's take a big breath in. As you exhale, tuck your tailbone and let your lower back round into the mat. And then feel like you're rolling through your spine, one vertebra at a time. You come all the way down Head comes down. As your arms reach back, think about knitting your ribs. Make sure you're not just letting those ribs pop open. Take an inhale to float your arms to the ceiling. Exhale, a little tuck of the chin. And as you start to curl back up, let's keep the collarbones open wide. So make sure you're not hunching the shoulders. Round that lower back, hollow out those abs, and then sit up nice and tall. You've got a string pulling the crown of your head to the ceiling. We're gonna go again. Inhale, exhale, tuck that tailbone, so let your pelvis really curl under and start to melt into that mat. Bone by bone, like you're massaging your spine out, rolling through any of those sticky spots. Head comes down, your arms reach back, but you keep those abs pulled in, no arching. And then arms reach up, inhale. Exhale, tuck that chin, keep that chest open, scoop, roll back up. Think of reaching through your fingertips, like you're gonna touch that wall in front of you. Sit up nice and tall. We're gonna do it 2 more times. Tuck the pelvis as you exhale, roll through your spine. Think about squeezing your inner thighs. Again, your legs are working a lot here to give you a lot of stability, a lot more control. Arms reach back, you're pressing your heels into the ground, you're squeezing your booty. Arms up, inhale. Exhale, keep squeezing that booty as you curl through your spine. Bone by bone, relax those shoulders. Keep that chest open and lifted. Sit up tall. One last time, you guys. Tuck that pelvis. Exhale, roll through your spine. Woo. Starting to warm up a little bit more through those abdominals. Okay, at the bottom, stay right here. Turn your palms so they face forward. And then bring your legs into tabletop. So right knee comes up, knee over hip. And then left knee comes up, knee over hip. You want those feet lifted in line with those knees. Your pelvis is gonna stay nice and grounded. Do not let it move. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lift your chest. Do that little C curl. Unshrug your shoulders. Make your collarbones smile wider. Notice your knees. They should not have come closer to your face. They should still be over your hips. Lower back down as you inhale. And then exhale, curl right back up. Reach out through those fingertips, collarbones wide. You're firing up the sides of your back. Lowering down with control. Let's go for 4. Squeeze those inner thighs. Exhale to curl up for 3. Scoop that belly button deeper into that spine. Last 2 here. Let your lower back stay attached to that mat. Don't let it lift up. Okay, one more time. We're gonna curl up and we're gonna hold that C curl. Unshrug your shoulders. From here, right leg is gonna extend. I want you to use your belly to draw that left knee closer to you. Make it come from your tummy. And then switch. And switch. And switch. Keep that chest open. If you need your hands behind your head, give your neck a little support. Go for it. We're gonna go for 4. Last 3, you're pushing and pulling with those legs from that belly for 2. Okay, last one here, bend both knees. Again, knees over hips. Arms reach up to the ceiling. Now as you curl up, you're gonna extend both legs out into that diagonal. And then as you lower down, bend those legs right back into tabletop. Exhale, curl up. Make sure your legs are active. They're not hanging off of your back. Inhale, lower back down. Make sure those knees stop right above those hips every single time you bend those knees. Whew. Lower back is on the mat, you guys. Make sure you do not have that space underneath your lower back. That means you're dumping that weight into your lumbar spine. We don't want that. We want to work that belly for 4 more. And then again, arms are active. You're pressing through molasses. You're opening the chest. You're firing up your back. Just for 2. Okay, last one, we're gonna hold it up, stay lifted, and then from here, bring that left leg up to the ceiling. Right leg is gonna lower into a hover, and then just switch, and switch. Think about slicing through the air. Those legs are nice and straight. Point those toes. Again, feel like your legs are moving from your belly. And then again, if you need that support for your neck, hands behind your head, this is great. Keep on going here, you guys. The inner thighs magnetize. Keep those legs in line with those hip bones. Do not let them open wider or come across your body. Let's go 5. Last 4. Open that chest for 3. Good for 2. Make sure you're even. Last one here, and then bend your knees. Lower your chest. Arms reach up to the ceiling. We got one more set. Inhale. Exhale, curl up. If you want to extend your legs, go for it. If you need to keep your knees bent, that's okay. Inhale, lower back down, bend those knees. And then exhale, curl back up, open up that chest. Squeeze that booty, squeeze those inner thighs. belly button deeper into that spine, really getting those abs to fire up. We got 4. Almost there, you guys. Last 3. Make sure your collarbones are open. Do not let your shoulders hunch forward. Do not let your chest cave in. 2 more. Exhale, curl up. Take it out of the neck. Use that belly. Last one, we're gonna curl up and hold it here. Shoulders unshrugged. Reach through the fingertips. Little crisscrosses of those legs. Over and under. Again, your legs are straight. They're sharp. They're slicing through the air. They're moving from your core. Put those hands behind your head if you need a little support. Lower back should be on the mat. Make sure it's not lifting. For 5. Last 4. Almost there, you guys. For 3, try to curl up a little deeper. For 2. And last one here. Bend those knees. Hug them into your chest. And rock from side to side. Give that back a little massage. Let that belly release. Okay, from here, we're gonna do a little bit more ab work in a second. I just want to move your body the opposite direction. So we're gonna stretch the front side of your body. Feet on the floor, heels are close to your booty, your feet are hips distance apart, and you're pressing your arms into that mat. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're gonna tuck your tailbone, roll up into your bridge, come up 1 vertebra at a time. Pause here when you're on your shoulder blades. Make sure your ribs are closed, they're not popping open. You're lengthening the front of your thighs, so reach those kneecaps forward, squeeze your booty, and then press the back of your shoulders into the mat to open your chest. Press the back of your head into the mat to lengthen your neck. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're gonna scoop your belly, so hollow it out, and start to roll through your spine, so coming down bone by bone. Booty should be the last thing to come down, and then you're gonna untuck those hips, release to neutral, and go again. Tuck that tailbone, roll up into your bridge, vertebra by vertebra, peeling away from that mat. Hold it at the top, squeeze the back of your legs, lengthen the front of your legs, close your rib cage, open the chest. Inhale, exhale, articulate your spine. Come all the way back down, nice and controlled, smoothing again those sticky spots in that lower back. Ooh, let it go, and then one more time. Tuck that pelvis, roll up into that bridge, all the way up, bone by bone. Hold it at the top. Keep those abs pulled in, keep the ribs closed. You don't want to arch your back or hyperextend, so tuck those ribs in. Your booty might not go as high, that's okay. And then from here, keep pressing into your arms. Squeeze your inner thighs so your knees aren't flopping open. And then we're just gonna march. Right leg in the tabletop. Set that foot down. Left leg in the tabletop, set that foot down. So your pelvis should be staying lifted and stable. Make sure it's not rocking from side to side. You're using that single glute and hamstring to steady you. Make sure your inner thigh is still hugging in towards the midline. You're not letting that knee rock open to one side or the other. Good job, you guys. Pressing into the big toe and baby toe side of those feet. Whew, feeling the back of the legs. Use those arms, they'll give you a lot more power, and then don't rush through it. Take your time. If you need to slow it down, that's okay. Let's do one more on the right. One more on the left. And then go ahead, hold with both feet on the floor. You might need to adjust your feet a little bit. Lift your hips a little bit higher, close those ribs. Now hinging at your hips, you're gonna tap your booty, and then squeeze, lift right back up. Tap it down, squeeze, lift. Tap it down, squeeze, lift. So again, you're warming up the back of those legs a bit more. You're stretching the front side of your body. It should feel nice after all that abdominal work. Let's go 8 like this. Squeezing that tush right where the hamstrings and the glutes connect, right at that smile line. You got it, you guys. Hip bones moving together. Just for 4, lift together, lower together. For 3, keep squeezing those inner thighs. For 2, hold it up on this last one. Give me a tiny little pulse here. 1 inch down, 1 inch up. Squeeze that tush. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, big inhale. And then as you exhale, scoop that belly, roll through your spine, come all the way down. One bone at a time, and then hug your knees into your chest, rock side to side. We're gonna go ahead and straighten those legs to the ceiling. Make sure that your tailbone is on the mat. You're not lifting or rocking your pelvis towards you. Flatten out those hips. Those feet are over those hips, okay? So from here, take a big breath in. As you exhale, lift your chest. Just lightly hold on to the back of your thighs and unshrug your shoulders. Gaze at your knees. You're going to flex your feet and point your feet. Flex and point. So you might feel a little stretch in the back of the legs, especially if you're tight in those hamstrings. You might feel the calves, the ankles. Ooh, keep scooping that belly though. Try to come up a little bit higher. Unshrug the shoulders. Keep your tailbone planted. Don't lift your booty. Let's keep the flex of the feet so you get the stretch. Reach and grab as close to that right ankle as possible. Lower the left leg. You're going to pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. So giving yourself a nice little hamstring stretch here, but getting right back into that belly work. Shoulders at ears. Collarbones stay wide. Pelvis stays heavy. Make sure it's not rocking. Either forward and back or side to side. For 3. Squeeze those inner thighs, keep them magnetized. For 2. Okay, last one each leg, and then we're gonna bring both legs up to the ceiling. You can relax your feet, so unflex. Hands go behind the head. Nice and slow, you're gonna start to lower those legs. Do not let your back arch. And then from your low abs, exhale, lift your legs right back up to the ceiling. Inhale, those legs lower. I don't care how low they go. I want you to make sure your lower back stays on the mat. And then as you lift your legs, scoop your belly button deeper into your spine. Make it come from your belly rather than from those hip flexors. Relax your quads. Relax the front of your thighs. Squeeze your booty to help you get out of those hips. Let's go 3 more. Inhale, lower. Think of stretching the abdominal wall as the legs reach away from you. They don't just lower, they stretch. Exhale, lift. Last 2 here. Inhale, lower. Awesome, you guys. Exhale, lift, nice and slow. Okay, last one. We're gonna lower those legs. We're gonna hold them low. We did this earlier. Bend your right knee, twist over to the right into your crisscross, and switch. So remember that push and pull of those legs. You pull one knee towards you as you reach that opposite leg out, and then you're adding that little rotation in your upper torso, really wringing out that waist. Twisting it out. Try to get both shoulder blades off of your mat. Try not to dip one shoulder down. Go up towards that thigh. For 4. We got it. Draw that X across your belly. For 3. For 2. Elbows a little wider. The last one here, we're going to hold it. Give me a little pulse of that chest. Up and to the left. Up and to the left. Up and to the left. You got it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch over to the right. And then again, we're going to pulse it up and over to the right. Little crunches here. Keep those legs active for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend both knees, find center. And then from here, just pulse your chest through the center to even it out. Tailbone heavy, knees are over those hips. Belly pulled in tight. Open the chest, elbows wide for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Hug those knees in. Take a little rest here. If you want to rock your knees side to side, if you want to turn your head, look side to side, relax that neck, go for it. And then when you guys are ready, straighten out your legs. All right, so from here, those legs are active. They're squeezing together. You're squeezing your inner thighs. You're squeezing your booty. Reach your arms all the way back. We're going to do the roll up. So inhale, reach those arms up. And then exhale, like we did earlier, you're going to start to roll yourself up, 1 vertebra at a time. Keep the arms lifted, keep the legs heavy, and then reach forward. But as you reach forward with your chest and your arms, your lower back is reaching back in opposition. Get that stretch. Plug the arms in. Make sure your shoulders are not in your ears. And then sit yourself up nice and tall. Inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to roll back down. 1 bone at a time. Drag your feet along the way. Do not let them lift into the air. 1 bone at a time. Lie all the way down. Reach those arms back. We're going to do that again. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, start to tuck that chin, but keep the chest open. Roll yourself up. Bone by bone. Squeeze that booty. As you start to reach forward, your lower back reaches back in opposition. Think of hollowing the belly, letting that lower back inflate. Plug the shoulders in. Sit up nice and tall, and then go back down. Rolling through the spine. Imagine you're pushing something off of you with those arms. They're active, but again, shoulders are not in your ears. Nice and controlled all the way down. Woo, we're gonna do it one more time. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, scoop that belly, roll yourself up. Really get that spine to warm up and move. Reach forward, but pull your lower back back. Pull that belly button in. And then sit yourself up nice and tall here. Arms are gonna lower in line with your shoulders. Turn your palms so they face each other again. Take an inhale. As you exhale, tuck your hips and start to roll back, but go just like halfway. So just here, just behind those sit bones. Pelvis is tucked, belly is scooped, but chest is open wide. You're gonna exhale, lift that right leg. Inhale, set it down. Inhale, exhale, lift that left leg. And then inhale, set it down. Keep your heart lifted and open. Arms are active, they're reaching. As you lift that single leg, it's coming from your belly. So scoop that navel deeper into that spine to get that leg to come up. If you need to bend your knee, this is fine too. Reach it back out as you lower that leg. Modification, bend the knee, and then reach it back out. Let's do one more each leg. Right leg up, lower it down. Left leg comes up, you're gonna hold it this time, and then find your balance. You're still behind your sit bones. Bring your right leg up to meet your left. Lift your heart, reach through your toes, reach through your fingertips. Take an inhale. Go nice and slow as you exhale. Start to move through that spine again. Tuck your hips under more. Let your lower back reach to the mat. You're gonna use your legs to help you counterbalance, so reach out through those toes. As you roll through your spine, those legs can lower. You gotta really squeeze your booty. And then stretch your body out into that nice long line. So we're gonna come all the way up into that teaser. Remember what it felt like. Take an inhale. As you exhale, start to lift your chest, squeeze your booty, reach out through your toes, roll yourself up into that position, pelvis tucked under, chest lifted. Lower back is slightly rounded, but that heart is open. Make sure you're not hunched. And then super active with those legs, you guys. Roll through your spine to come down, but reach out with your toes. So those legs are helping you to articulate your back. You gotta really squeeze your booty, lower the legs as your head and chest come down. Let's go 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, teaser up. Everything scooping deeper into that belly button. Lift your heart, reach through your fingers, reach through your toes. Inhale, exhale, let's roll back down nice and slow. Keep that booty strong, keep those inner thighs squeezing. Roll through your spine. Ooh, all the way down. One last time here, we're gonna hold it at the top for a little bit, so get ready. Inhale, exhale, climb that teaser, roll up. Remember, modification, you bend your knees. Totally fine. You can even lightly hold on to the back of your thighs, unshrug your shoulders. When you are ready, extend those arms. Lift that chest. Okay, from here, you're gonna bend just your right elbow, find a little twist just with your chest, and then reach it back through center. Bend your left elbow like you're drawing a bow and arrow. Find that little twist just with your chest. Your legs and your hips do not move. And then reach it back through center. Let's go 2 more each side. Twist and center. Twist, shoulders out of ears. And center, last one to the right. Twist, steady those hips. Last one to the left. Twist. And center, take a big breath in. Legs are active, roll through your spine. Exhale all the way down. Vertebra by vertebra, release. Onto your back. Great job, you guys. Bend your knees. Put your feet back on the floor like we did earlier for that bridge work. Arms by your sides. So heels close to your booty, feet hips distance parallel. Let's tuck that pelvis. Roll back up into that bridge. Woo, lengthen the front of that body. It should feel really nice after those teasers. And then roll through your spine, come all the way back down. We're gonna do it one more time. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, tuck that pelvis. Roll up into that bridge. Go ahead and hold this one. Ribs are knit. Back of the head pressing into the mat. You're gonna keep your pelvis lifted and stable. Right leg into tabletop. Go ahead and hold it here. So all I want you guys to do is straighten that right leg so your toes are reaching to the ceiling. Keep the knee right above the hip. Just bend that knee. Woo, so that thigh bone doesn't move. You're just straightening that leg, hinging at that knee joint, and then bending that knee. Again, thigh doesn't move. Reach that leg straight. Find that length, find that stretch in the back of that leg, and then bend. Hip bones are level. Again, make sure the right hip isn't dipping down. Make sure the booty is lifted. For 4, squeeze that left glute, squeeze that left inner thigh. Make sure your knee is not rocking open to the left. Just for 2, reach it and bend it. Last one, reach it, hold it. That leg is staying straight. It's gonna lower down in line with your left knee, and then you're gonna kick it right back up to the ceiling. Lower that leg, and then kick it back up. Feel as your leg lowers, that right side of your waist gets longer, and then you lift back up. Go for 4, you're still squeezing that left glute, hugging that left inner thigh to that midline. 3, chin off that chest for 2. Okay, last one, hold it up to the ceiling. Give me a little pulse of that booty. Down 1 inch, up 1 inch. Make sure your hips are moving together. Pressing into that left heel, squeezing that left inner thigh for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold it up. Bend your knee, put your foot on the floor. Take a moment here to reorganize yourself. If you need to roll your spine down and then come back up, that is okay. No worries, keep that chest open. We're gonna lift that left leg in the tabletop. Lift your hips higher, level them out. And then again, you're just straightening the leg, keeping the thigh bone steady, just bending at that knee. So now you're squeezing that right glute, pressing that heel into the mat, hugging that right inner thigh towards your midline. Do not let that knee open to the right. Let's go for 3. Belly pulled in. For 2. Use your arms, you guys. You got this. Hold it straight on 1, and then that straight leg is going to lower in line with that right knee, and then kick back up. So now you feel the left side of your waist lengthening as that leg lowers down. Feel that stretch, and then kick it back up. Almost there. You got 4. Woo! Pressing into that right heel for 3. Squeezing that tush. 2 more. Okay, last one. Hold that leg up to the ceiling. Now pulse your booty down 1 inch, up 1 inch. Hip bones moving together. Ooh, back of that right leg starting to wake up. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hold it up. Just put your foot on the floor. Lift your hips a little higher, and then let's just hinge at the hips to even you out. Tap your booty. Lift right back up. Tap it down. Lift it up. Just to get both booty cheeks to work together. Feel nice and even there after that unilateral work. Let's go 5 more. Abs pulled in, close those ribs. Last 3, chin off the chest. For 2. Okay, last one, hold it up, big breath in, and then as you exhale, melt your spine, bone by bone, all the way down into your mat. Really good job, you guys. We're gonna flip over onto that belly. We'll do some back work. So all the way down, belly on the floor, legs are straight, all the way down on the ground. If you can squeeze your inner thighs together, great. If you've got any lower back issues and you need to separate your feet, that's okay too. So you're gonna come all the way down. Let's stack those hands one on top of the other and then glue your forehead to your hands. Elbows nice and wide. Let your tailbone point towards your heels and get a little space underneath your belly button. From here, you're gonna inhale, lift your chest, bring your arms with you, keep your hands glued to your forehead. Exhale, lower it back down. Make sure your toes are not lifted. Keep your toenails on the ground. As you inhale, lift your chest. Keep that belly button sucked away from the mat. Try to keep that little space. And exhale, lower. Elbows wide. As you inhale, lift. Your elbows reach to opposite sides of the room. And exhale, lower. You'll feel your back wake up. Let's go for 3. Lower it back down. Keep pulling that belly button in. For 2. Lift. And lower. Okay, last one. You're going to lift it up. You're going to hold it there. Bend your elbows and squeeze them in by your sides. See if you can lift your chest a little higher without craning your neck. So keep the back of your neck long. And then from there, you're going to reach your arms all the way out, biceps by your ears. Again, bend your elbows, squeeze them in by your waist. See if you can squeeze your shoulder blades. Maybe lift your chest a little higher. And then try to stay lifted as much as possible as those arms reach all the way out to straight. Bend those elbows, inhale, see if you can lift your heart a little bit more, shine it to that wall in front of you. And then exhale, stay lifted, reach those arms. Let's go for 3. Bend, squeeze it in. Open the collarbones wider. And then reach it back out. Just for 2, don't forget that belly button. Pull that belly button away from the ground. Reach it back out. Okay, last one here. Bend it in, lift your chest, shine your heart. Reach it all the way out. Keep your arms long as you lower everything all the way down onto the mat. Just shake your hips side to side. Release that lower back. Okay, so from here, I want you to bend your elbows. Place your hands right underneath your shoulders. And then from there, you're just gonna lift your chest a little bit, gazing right at that top edge of your mat. Separate your feet for this one, nice and wide, so about as wide as your mat. Suck your belly button off the ground again, and then tuck that tailbone, point it to your heels. So from your booty, you're gonna exhale, lift your legs, reach out through your toes, squeeze that tush, make sure you don't feel your lower back, you feel your butt, lower it back down. Exhale, lift those legs, but don't just lift. Reach out through your toes. Your legs get longer. You get that nice hip extension here. And inhale, lower back down. Let's go for 3. Exhale, lift. Squeeze that booty. Inhale, lower it down. Keep that belly button off the ground. For 2, if your belly button is puffing up, that's a good sign that your lower back is doing the work. We don't want that. Last one, you're gonna lift your legs, hold them up here, roll your shoulders back. Maybe you can lift your heart a little bit more. Maybe you can get that belly button off the ground more. And then from there, squeeze, squeeze your legs and separate. Squeeze, squeeze, and open. Squeeze, squeeze, and open. So a little zip, zip, open. Tap, tap, open. Keep that belly button off the ground. Squeeze your inner thighs. Squeeze your booty. Let's go 5, 4, open that chest. 3, last 2. Okay, last one here. Lower everything back down. Again, shake your hips side to side. Walk your legs closer together again. And we're gonna go into swimming. Last thing here for your back. So you should be feeling this little zing right across either your brow line or underneath your shoulder blades, that thoracic spine. So neck long. Legs are active. Remember, you squeeze your booty. You're gonna lift everything. As you inhale, lift your arms, lift your chest, lift your legs. Keep that belly button off of the ground. And exhale, lower everything back down. Inhale, lift everything up, open the chest, shoulders out of ears, collarbones wide, and exhale, lower it back down. Let's go for 3. Lift, keep that belly button scooped in. Lower it back down. Just for 2, inhale, lift it up, and exhale, lower it down. Okay, last one, inhale, lift everything up and hold, plug your arms in, make sure your arms are not hanging off your shoulders, and start swimming. Arms and legs, little flutter kicks here. Again, extending the hips, reaching those toes back, squeezing that booty, pull that belly button in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press all the way back. Let's take that child's pose. Stretch out that back, those arms, those shoulders. Nice work there, you guys. Okay, so from here, we're gonna do a little bit of booty work. So if you've got ankle weights, I'm gonna put both of mine on my right ankle, just to give it a little bit more. You don't need weights. If you got them, use them. And we're gonna lie down on our left side. So it's gonna be the right leg on top. So I want you guys today propped up so that your left elbow is stacked under your left shoulder. You're lifting that left side of your body away from the ground. So what I don't want to see is this. That shoulder should not be in that ear. You're pressing into that elbow. You're rolling that shoulder back and down. Okay, bottom knee is going to stay bent to help you balance. You can even bring that foot a little bit forward, that knee towards your chest. Right leg is going to extend. You're just going to tap the ground, lift it up. Tap the ground, lift it up. Pull that left side away from the ground. Pull your belly button into your spine. Roll that right shoulder back. Make your collarbones wider. Little squeeze. So now we're in that side push on that right leg. Kind of that upper corner of that glute there. Make sure you're not dumping all your weight into your shoulder. You're holding yourself up with your core. That leg doesn't have to come up very high, you guys. And you can even slow down. This is a good pace for me, just a little tap, lift. Tap, lift. Let's go 8, 7, 6, lengthen that leg. For 4, reach through the toes. 3, 2, hold it up on this next one. We're gonna bend that knee in towards that chest. and you're gonna reach that foot right back out nice and long. Again, get out of that left shoulder, lift up out of it by pressing into the elbow, activating your back and side muscles on that left side of your body to roll that shoulder out of that ear. Ooh, belly pulled in tight, chest is open wide, bending that knee to that chest and then reaching that leg. Try not to let your foot or your knee drop. Keep everything as high as your hip for 5. Last 4. You got it, you guys. For 3, we get to lie all the way down. In 2. Okay, last one here. First, hold that leg out straight. Give me a tiny pulse to finish this off. Lift up out of that shoulder. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend your left arm. Go ahead and let your head rest on your bicep. And then from here, you're going to straighten your bottom leg as well. Just notice your hips. You don't want to let your hips roll back or forward. Make sure your hips are still stacked, one on top of the other. You're going to hover both legs and then just keep that bottom leg hovering as you lift and lower that right leg. This right hip is going to try to rock backwards. Don't let it. If you need a little bit of support, go ahead and tent your fingertips onto the mat. Use that hand for support. Let's go 3. Ooh, last 2. Okay, hold that leg lifted. Now your bottom leg is going to lift to meet the top leg and then lower all the way to the ground. Just the bottom leg. Bring it all the way up and then keep that top leg lifted as that bottom leg comes down. Squeeze the inner thigh to lift and then lower it back down. So a little bit of inner thigh work for that left leg on this one. Let's go for 4. Keep that top leg lifted. I know your side booty is burning, but you got this. For 3, roll those shoulders back. Open that chest for 2. We're going to hold it up on this next one. Hold it up there. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Both legs come all the way down. Both legs lift all the way up. You might be feeling that right side of your body, that oblique. You got this. Let's go for 4. Squeeze, lift. You're pressing your bottom inner thigh up into that top leg. Just for 2, lift. Okay, last one. Hold it up and then give me that little scissor. So bottom leg forward, top leg back. Switch and switch. And switch. Quiet your hips. Make sure they're not rocking. For 4. For 3. We got it. For 2. Okay, last one here. Squeeze the legs together. Oh my goodness. Lower them down. Put out that fire a little bit in that booty. You might have felt that side. Kind of like that muffin top area. That's a good spot to get, right? And then we're going to do a quick side plank. So you're going to come back up onto that left forearm. Your right foot is in front. Your left foot is behind. Lift your hips. Make sure they're still stacked into your side plank. Right hand behind your head. You're going to twist that chest towards the ground. And then you're just opening that chest right back up to center. So do not move your hips. As you twist, you're forcing that right hip to stay pulled back. And you're just twisting your chest towards the floor. Okay, like you were thinking a second ago, press down into that left elbow to pull yourself and your shoulder down out of your ear. So pull yourself up out of that shoulder, pull that shoulder down and out of that ear. Let's go 2 more. Twist, bringing out that waist. Open it up. Last one. Twist, bring it out. Open it up and hold. Reach that arm to the ceiling. Pulse your hips. 1 inch up, 1 inch down for 8, 7, 6. Shoulders back for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down. Bring your heels to your booty. Take that left arm up and over. Find that little counter stretch. Awesome work, you guys. And then from here, we're going to keep the weight on the right foot if you got them. Come onto your forearms. Reach that right leg straight back. Make sure your hip isn't open to the right. Point that hip bone to the ground. Lift your heart away from the floor. Lift that leg all the way up. And then tap your toes all the way down. Lift that leg up. And tap it down. Let's think about keeping that belly pulled in tight as your leg goes up. You're not letting that belly button drop to the ground. You're not arching that back. Squeeze that booty. Lift and reach through those toes. Let's go for 5, 4. You got it. For 3. Okay, last 2. We're going to hold that leg all the way up on this next one and give me a little pulse. 1 inch up, 1 inch down. Again, make it come from your booty. Relax your ankle. Really think about that seat. Let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up on 1. And then from here, open your hip now. Let it open towards the right side of the room a little bit, not too much. You're going to bend that knee towards that right shoulder. And then reach that leg up and back. So out to that diagonal. Bend that knee towards that right shoulder. Reach that leg up and back. Find that length. And in. Reach it out. You're feeling a little bit in that belly, a little bit in that right oblique. And then extending that leg all the way back. For 5. Almost there. A little bit of a turn out there. A little bit of that hip opening. For 3. Keep your chest squared to the ground. Just open the hips. For 2. Okay, last one. We're going to hold that leg up and back. You have that little turn out. That hip is still slightly open. You're going to pulse again. Slightly different angle there of that muscle. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that knee in. Let your hips reach back. Little child's pose there. And then when you guys are ready, you're going to, if you have ballas, put them on your wrists. Don't worry, we'll get that left leg in a second. We're just going to do a little pit stop here before we do it. Okay, so a little bit of upper body work. Come up onto your knees. Knees are hips distance apart. You've got a little tuck of your tailbone, so I don't want to see this. You're not arching your back. Tuck your hips, upright your spine, pull your belly in. Your body's not going to move, it's just your arms. From here, lateral raise. Lift your arms up to that T, and then as your arms lower, press them down. You're in molasses. You feel your back muscles. You feel the sides of your body working. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, press it down. Let your shoulders stay anchored out of those ears. Lift and lower. Make sure your ribs are tucked in. They're not flaring open. You're taking out that arch in your back. Your body is stable. You're not swaying forward and back. And then think about getting taller. Crown of your head reaching to the ceiling. Heart reaching to the ceiling. Those legs are active. Everything's stable here for 5. Think about extending long through those fingertips. 4. So always want to create long lines here. Lean muscles. 3. You got it. Last 2. Okay, hold this last one all the way up with those arms. You're going to circle those arms up and forward. Again, do not let your body sway forward and back with those arms. Stabilize by pulling tighter into your core. Keeping those legs active. Squeeze that booty. Shoulders down the back. Think blades in your back pockets for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's reverse. Up and back. Again, neck is long, collarbones are wide, those arms are reaching, your body is nice and stable, nice and strong. Hang on to it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Freeze on 1. Turn your palms up to the ceiling. Bend your elbows, so nice wide bicep curl, and then reach those arms. Again, think reaching through the fingertips, make those muscles longer. Bend those elbows, and then extend, stretch. Bend, inhale, stretch. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach, shoulders down the back. Belly pulls in and up. Imagine your belly button riding an elevator for 5. 4. We got it, abs in tight, you guys, for 3. Last 2, I know you feel your shoulders, you feel your biceps. Last one, we're going to bend those elbows and hold. From there, bring your elbows in towards each other, and then open out into that full pose. So arms come in, your palms can face each other, and then you're just opening it wide into that full pose. Again, make sure your body's not swaying forward. When those elbows go wide, keep those ribs tucked in, keep that chest lifted, that squeeze and that booty. We got it. Squeeze those shoulder blades open, and then squeeze the chest to bring it in. Let's go 5, 4, 3, hitting that upper body, we're almost there, for 2. Okay, one more time, you're going to bring your arms in narrow, palms face each other, just pulse. Elbows up an inch, down an inch, let's melt those shoulders down and out of those ears, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, freeze here, one more move, reach those arms out in front of you, and then bicep curl. Nice and narrow with those elbows, but nice and wide with those collarbones. Reach, stretch through those fingertips. Lift that chest. Stabilize your torso. 5 more. Reach. 4. Longer neck for 3. Reach. Last 2. Stretch. Last 1. Reach it out, hold it out, palms down. Little circles here right in front of you. Oh, I lied. This is your last move. Shoulders down, collarbones a little bit wider. Circles can be small, just apple size. Let's reverse, other direction. This is it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, shake out those arms. Good job, you guys. Okay, if you've got weights, put them on your left ankle. Let's even out your booty. And then we're pretty much done after that. Nice job. Okay, so this time you're gonna come onto your right elbow, stack that elbow under that shoulder, bend your bottom leg, roll your shoulders back, lift up out of that right shoulder by pressing into that elbow, and then you're just lifting and tapping that left leg. Make sure this hip is stacked on top of that bottom hip, and you're not opening your pelvis to the ceiling. Lift your right side waist away from the ground. Whew. Nice work, you guys. So again, we're gonna feel a little bit here, kind of in this lower part of your side body on the left, a little bit of that muffin top area, and then you're gonna feel side booty as well. Keep that chest open. 8 more. 7, it doesn't have to be quick. 6, 5, hang on, for 4, 3, 2, we're gonna hold that leg up on 1. Now bend that knee in towards that chest, and then press that leg all the way back out. Inhale, bend, and exhale, press. Again, you're trying to keep your foot, your knee, and your hip lifted in that same line. Do not let anything drop. Lift up out of that shoulder, roll that shoulder back, and then pull that right side waist away from the ground. We are almost there. 5 more. Reach it out for 4. Stretch. Last 3. Reach. Just for 2. Okay, you got 1 more. We're going to hold that leg all the way out straight. Pulse it, and then we get to lie down in 8, 7. Open the chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend that right arm. Lie all the way down onto that bicep. Straighten that bottom leg. Make sure your hips are stacked. If you want to tent your left fingertips onto the ground, do it. Pick up those legs and then keep that bottom leg just hovering for now. Top leg again is going to lift and lower to meet your bottom leg. Top leg only. Lift and lower. Squeeze that side booty. I know it burns, you guys. Let's go 5. Abs in tight. Make sure your hips are staying stacked. For 3. Chest stays open. For 2. Okay, now hold that top leg lifted. Bottom leg squeezes up to meet it. Do not drop your top leg. Just the bottom leg goes to the ground. Squeeze. Lift it up with that inner thigh. Lower it down. Keep the top leg up. Do not let it drop. We got this. 5, 4. Hang on for 3. Last 2. Hold it up on this one. Just hold it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower both legs, and now lift both legs just for 5. Both legs down, both legs up. Press with that bottom leg. Inner thigh squeezing. For 3, you're still gonna feel that side booty on the left. For 2, abs in. Last one, hold it up, and let's go into that scissor. Kick the bottom leg forward, top leg back, and switch, and switch, and switch. Just for 3, we got it. Hang on. 2, stabilize your pelvis. Last one here. Whoo. Zip them together. Lower them down. Put out the fire in that tush, and let's go into that side plank. You're back up onto that right forearm. Left foot forward, right foot back. Lift your hips. Left hand behind your head. Twist your chest towards the ground, and then open. Twist, exhale, wring out that waist, and inhale, open. Do not move your hips. Pull that left hip back as your chest faces the ground. And then again, make sure you're not dumping into that left shoulder. Press into, or that right shoulder. Press into that elbow. Roll that right shoulder out of that ear. For 3. Last 2. Okay, one more time, you guys. Twist. And then open it up. Reach that arm up and pulse it to finish. This is it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down. Bring your heels to your booty. Do that counter stretch. Right arm up and over. Nice work there. And then we're gonna finish that left booty cheek by coming down onto those forearms. Reach that leg straight back, square off your hips, just lift and lower. Squeeze your booty, lift and lower. Right there at that smile line again. We've got all the angles of the glute today. We've got some inner thighs, everything. Lift up out of those shoulders, roll those shoulders down that back. Pull that belly button in and make sure you're not arching your back as that leg comes up. Let's go for 5. Make sure you're not opening the hip yet. We'll get there. In 3, we're gonna hold that leg up. In 2, leg stays lifted on 1, little tiny pulse right into that tush. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up on 1. Now open the hip a little bit towards me, but keep your chest facing the ground. Bend that knee towards that left shoulder. Reach it up and back to that nice long diagonal line. Bend it in, little crunch on that left side of your waist. Reach it out, squeeze that booty. We're back into that side tush. Keep pressing the ground away with those forearms. Keep pulling those shoulders out of those ears. 4 more. Down with the booty in 3. You got this, you guys. For 2. Okay, we're gonna hold that leg all the way up and back on 1, and then pulse it to finish. Your hip is open slightly, squeezing that glute medius. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, bring that foot all the way down. And then from here, step back into a plank. If you've got your weight on your left ankle, feel free to take it off. I'm just gonna leave mine, because I don't mind it. Just hold your plank, breathe. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Reach that tailbone back. Squeeze your inner thighs. Squeeze your booty. From here, you're just going to step your feet nice and wide. We're going to walk it up. Left hand, right hand. Do not move your hips. Come back down. Left elbow, right elbow. And then switch. Right hand, left hand. Back down. Right elbow, left elbow. Again, left, right, and then right, left, left. Let's do it one more each side. Left, right. We're gonna come up, right hand, left hand, hold it there. Hike your hips up. Find a little downward facing dog. I'm gonna take my weight off now. Pedal out your legs. Bend both knees, straighten both legs, whatever you need here. And then from there, let's walk those hands all the way back to those feet. Let your head really hang. Shake it no. Nod it yes. Big breath in. And then as you exhale, roll your spine up. One bone at a time. All the way up to standing. Arms come down by your sides. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down. And we are done. Happy Tuesday, you guys. Oh, we went a little